Ladies and gentlemen, a major trade shock is hitting East Africa. Sudan has dropped a bombshell, cutting off all imports from Kenya. And the reason? Kenya's decision to host a meeting with the controversial Rapid Support Forces, RSF, a paramilitary group locked in battle with Sudan's army. Buckle up, because this story has politics, diplomacy, and economic consequences all rolled into one. Sudan's acting Minister of Trade and Supplies, Omar Ahmed Mohamed Ali, made the announcement in a strong-worded decree. The order bans all Kenyan goods from entering Sudan, whether by land, air, or sea, effective immediately and until further notice. The move is Sudan's way of protesting Kenya's recent hosting of the RSF and their allies. The RSF met in Nairobi on February 22, 2025, signing a political charter that aims to establish a parallel government opposing Sudan's ruling authorities. That meeting sent shockwaves through Sudan's leadership, which sees the RSF as a major threat to national stability. This isn't the first sign of trouble. Just last month, Sudan recalled its ambassador from Nairobi, accusing Kenya of interfering in its internal matters. Now, with this trade ban, Sudan is turning up the heat. But what does Kenya say? Nairobi insists it was only trying to facilitate dialogue and peace, working alongside the UN and the African Union. Kenya's officials argue that hosting the RSF was part of broader diplomatic efforts to bring an end to Sudan's devastating war. Now, let's talk money. This ban is no small issue. Kenya exports key products to Sudan, including tea, food, and pharmaceutical goods. With the doors now slammed shut, Kenyan businesses stand to lose millions. Trade experts warn that this move could hurt Sudan just as much. With the crumbling economy, Sudan relies on Kenyan imports, especially food and medicine. Could this be a case of cutting off the nose to spite the face? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, the war in Sudan rages on. The conflict between the army and the RSF has already claimed over 20,000 lives, with over 14 million people displaced, according to the UN. Some research suggests the real death toll could be closer to 130,000. The humanitarian crisis is worsening, and diplomatic tensions like these only complicate the road to peace. Folks, this is where politics and business collide. Kenya has always played the role of peacemaker in Africa, but this time it comes with a cost. Sudan, on the other hand, is making a bold statement, but at what price? Cutting ties with Kenya could hurt its own people just as much. Is there a way forward where diplomacy wins and businesses don't suffer? That's the million-dollar question. What do you think? Is Sudan justified? Or is this a step too far? Keep the conversation going. We want to hear from you. And this has been your Sauti Mzalendo update.